What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is McStan, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can perform 360s just like they do 360s on PC while using a controller or just playing on console. So without any further ado guys, let's get straight into exactly what you need to do before actually attempting to do 360s. So first of all guys, you're going to want to go into your settings and you're going to want to change your camera sensitivity to at least 75. If it's any lower than 75, your 360s are going to be too slow and they're just not going to work, okay? So you want it to be 75 to 100, 75 being the lowest, 100 being the highest, and 100 will also give you the best 360s possible in the game. Personally, for me, I keep mine at 100, but at 75, you can also 360 and perform moonwalks. But for me, I don't think moonwalks are that important. They're more of a flashy thing, to show off to the killer and to show off to your teammates. It doesn't really help you as much as a 360 would. So that's one thing that PC has over us. They can do the fast 100% camera sensitivity spins and moonwalk at the same time. On console, you cannot. So if you're at 100%, you cannot do your moonwalk. So keep that in mind if you're gonna, change it to 100. But I also wanted to let you guys know that this tutorial, I'm going to be using 100%. So if you're below 100%, your spins are not going to look as fast or as good as mine are in this tutorial. So let's start on exactly what you need to do to, learn the 360. So most of you guys are going to, do 360 like this. And these are actually not bad to do. You can actually, get a killer to miss you while you're doing 360s like this. But the best way and the proper way to do a 360 on controller is to actually spin the camera while you're spinning, okay? So let's go over exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I am spinning in the left direction. I'm moving my left stick in the toward the left, okay? Now, it is very important. You want to actually get your joystick to move in a proper circle. If you don't, you're going to do, stuff like that. You see what I'm doing? You're not getting the full spin. So you want to make sure your joystick is actually spinning in a full circle, okay? Now, once you get your circular motion down, you're going to want to add this in, okay? You're going to want to add in your camera, moving your camera. Okay, so I am moving in the left direction right here, and what I'm gonna do is hold my right stick toward the right while I'm moving left. Okay, now you see how fast I just moved right there? Let's do that again. As you can see, my spin is way faster. Here's the normal spin without the stick, and here it is with the camera angle stick. Okay, so I am moving toward the left, and I'm holding the camera angle stick toward the right. The same thing goes for if I'm moving toward the right, I hold it toward the left, okay? See what I mean? You can spin both ways. It's just, it's more for, whichever way you feel more comfortable or what situation you're in. So, like, if you're running against this wall, you're going to want to spin, toward the left. If you're running this way, you're going to want to spin toward the right. Okay? You see what I'm talking about? So, let's go over some techniques that will actually make your 360s a little bit better, and some techniques that I actually use while I'm being chased by a killer. So, you're gonna run, you're gonna do your 360s. Most of the time when I do a 360, I spin at least twice, most of the time. Sometimes one spin will be enough, so, we'll do one spin and run, but most of the time, I do two spins. So I'll spin like that and then, run. In other times, you're going to just keep on spinning. Also, for me, I spin better toward the left than I do toward the right. My right spin is a little bit slower just because of the restrictions we have as controller, users. Our thumbs, we can't move our sticks as good as we can, as you can a mouse. So, let's go over the techniques. So first of all, you have your basic spin right here where you're just looking straight and you're gonna just spin, alright? Now for me, most of the time when I spin, I angle the camera toward the ground. Now why I do this is because you get a bigger spin when you aim it toward the ground, as you can see. See how big the spin was? Now let me show you how it looks if I'm not. It's a tight spin. You want wider spins. So as you can see, I got a wider spin because I'm looking toward the ground. And one thing about these 360s, you are gonna actually, sometimes you're gonna mess up, and sometimes you're gonna spin, and you might run into like, you might run into a box, and you might get stuck because you 360'd wrong. So that, that's just, it's gonna be a lot of trial and error. And I cannot express this enough. 360s are not an automatic, escape. And most killers, especially in the higher ranks, are not going to fall for 360s. And if they do, they're going to learn later on in the match that you're going to do 360s. So you might want to use other techniques besides 360s later on if, your 360s are not working. Because they're not always going to work. So like I said, guys, aim the camera toward the ground. Spin. Hold the camera angle toward the other direction. Hold your camera stick toward the other direction. And yeah, that's the best 360 you can do. Now, another little tip I like to do while I'm running, I like to move my camera stick back and forth. It makes it look like you're going to run right or you're going to run left toward the killer's right here. He's behind you. And it looks like you're going to be either running this way or this way. So I like to do that, and then I like to add in a 360 afterwards. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm moving my stick back, and then I like to spin afterwards, okay? Now, that's one thing that can work in, it's a little bit more confusing toward, two killers instead of just doing a normal 360. But I would say if, like, you're against the wall and you want to do a 360, don't do that. Yeah. And, I'm also going to show you guys, I'm on 100%, so I can't properly do a moonwalk. So let me show you how the moonwalk looks if you're going to do it, if you're going to try it at this, sensitivity. So this is how it looks, basically. You can't really do it. See how I'm doing it a little bit, but it doesn't really work. So, yeah. That's one of the drawbacks to using 100%, but you also don't get these fast spins if you're not gonna do 100%. They're not gonna look as good as this. So anyway, guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please hit that like button. I know I did this video a long time ago, but I figured let me do an updated video on it. Because, the animations have changed since then, and the 360s are actually not as good as they used to be. Before, when you would do 360s, the spins would, be wider. Now they're more tight, and, just the animations kind of messed up our 360s a little bit. But, you can still pull them off. I still pull them off. And, yeah, that's about it. So, anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you found it, helpful, let me know down in the comments. And, of course, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss a thing that I'm bringing you, including gameplay, tutorials like this one, and I also do news and code videos. And, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.